Have you ever been standing there patiently waiting your turn, only for someone to swoop in like their time matters more than yours? Yeah. This story is about one of those moments. A middle-aged woman was just trying to exchange her laptop when a pushy customer decided she was too important to wait in line. But what that woman didn't expect was a sweet ice-cold clapback that left her humiliated in front of everyone. If you've ever wanted to put someone in their place when they thought the rules didn't apply to them, smash that like button and subscribe. Today you're going to hear one of the most satisfying retail revenge stories that proves sometimes patience pays off and arrogance gets shut down fast. It was supposed to be a simple errand. I needed to exchange the laptop my husband had bought me. Nothing dramatic, just a swap for a better model. My husband worked at the store, which meant we got a sweet employee discount, so of course we made the purchase there. But let me tell you, what should have been a 10-minute trip turned into one of the most unexpectedly satisfying moments of my life. The store was buzzing that day, the kind of busy where you can hear the constant hum of chatter, shopping carts squeaking, and the faint beeping of registers in the distance. I headed straight to the electronics section, clutching the laptop box like I was on a mission. There were only 2 guys working the counter, both young, both juggling customers. So I stood back politely waiting my turn. Eventually one of them finished up and waved me over with a friendly smile. "Hey there, what can I help you with?" he asked. I explained that I needed to return my laptop and look at some alternatives. He nodded, patient and kind, and walked me over to the laptop display. We'd barely started discussing specs when she appeared. A woman in her late 40s, hair perfectly highlighted, heels clicking like she owned the place, marched up. Without even glancing at me, she leaned in toward the assistant and said, "Excuse me, can you help me real quick? Now let me paint the picture here. I'm standing right there." A mid-sentence. It was obvious I was already being helped. The assistant glanced at me, then back at her. You could see the hesitation in his eyes, like he didn't want to offend anyone. But he squared his shoulders and said politely, "Sorry, I'm helping this customer at the moment. There's another associate at the desk who can help you." Her lips pursed like she'd bitten into a lemon, but she trotted off without a word. I smiled at him, waved it off, and said, "Don't worry about it. Some people just don't understand patience." We both chuckled, and I figured that was the end of it. Oh, how wrong I was. Not even 3 minutes later, another woman approached. She was different. Less polished, more frazzled, clutching a phone like her life depended on it. And just like the first, she stepped right between us and said, "Excuse me, I just need some help real quick." The assistant looked at her, then at me again. His body language screamed, "Please don't kill me for this." He politely repeated, "I'm already assisting this lady, but my coworker is right over there." But this one? Oh, she wasn't going down without a fight. She crossed her arms, lifted her chin, and insisted, "Well, I just need a minute. She'll understand." And that's when I felt it, that hot flush of annoyance crawling up my neck. Because in that moment she wasn't just interrupting me. She was dismissing me. Like I was invisible. Like I didn't matter. I plastered on the sweetest, most saccharine smile I could manage. The kind of smile that hides daggers behind it. And in a voice dripping with politeness I asked, "Excuse me, what makes you more important than me?" The words hung in the air like a thunderclap. Her smirk faltered. She blinked, clearly not expecting to be challenged. "It'll only be a minute," she stammered, still clinging to her entitlement like a lifeline. But my smile dropped. I straightened my shoulders, locked eyes with her, and asked again, this time in a firm, no-nonsense tone. "No, really. What makes you more important than me?" The assistant froze. For a second I swear he forgot to breathe. The woman sputtered, her face turning a shade of pink that didn't suit her at all. She opened her mouth, closed it, then looked desperately at the assistant. But he was no help, he simply gestured toward his coworker at the desk. Defeated, she let out the most exaggerated harumph I'd ever heard and stormed off, muttering under her breath. The moment she disappeared, the young assistant burst into laughter. He tried to stifle it, but he couldn't hold it back. "Oh my God," he said between chuckles, "that was the best shutdown I've ever seen. Honestly, you're kind of scaring me right now." I laughed with him, flashing the biggest grin I could muster. "Don't worry, I only bite when provoked." He grinned, shaking his head, and went on to help me pick out the perfect laptop. One that still works beautifully to this day. The best part? That entitled woman had to march herself right back to the desk, waiting in line like everyone else. And as she did, she kept glancing over her shoulder at me, as if I were some terrifying avenger of retail justice. For once, the rules didn't bend for her. For once, entitlement didn't win. Here's the thing. Sometimes revenge doesn't have to be loud or complicated. Sometimes, it's just about standing your ground and reminding people that you matter. Respect isn't optional, it's earned. And when you call out entitlement with calm confidence, oh, it stings. If this story gave you that delicious sense of satisfaction, hit that like button and drop a comment. What's the best clapback you've ever witnessed? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more tales of karma, justice, and sweet revenge. Because here at Sweet Revenge Tales, justice always gets served.